another day, another vlog. I went out over the weekend. Yesterday I was just working all day, survived on 3 hours worth of sleep, and now I'm feeling like shit. I said to myself, why do I do this to myself? Why do I go out and then end up feeling like shit for the next 2 days? I was so tempted not to get up and go to gym right now. I turn off the lights, pitch black in my bedroom, about to jump in bed. You gotta get yourself out of this funk. No excuses. We are powering on through. Also today my gym is fucking closed. They're doing maintenance work, so we've got to go to another gym. I feel that if I push myself through today, it'll be a good start to the week. Even though it's so tempting, my bed looks so luxurious. I'm having a bit of a shitty and stressful morning. Stressing about how busy my day's gonna be, how I'm gonna plan for stuff. I wanna go gym, but I can't. I don't know why gym's played on my mind so much lately. The other day, my gym was closed because they had maintenance and they opened up other gyms that we can go to as a temporary basis. And I went to this other gym and they have new equipment that my gym doesn't have. I decided that I'm gonna extend my membership so that I can go to a number of gyms. So I think if you do like a multi-pack, you can go to additional 233 gyms. What I'm going to do is go to my existing gym for weights in the morning, and then in the evening these other gyms have like different classes that I can go to. Yesterday I went to a cycle class and oh my god, it was just like amazing. I'm going to do that consistently because I've been saying to myself I need to build in more cardio. Doing classes, it kind of encourages you to do that. My god, I loved it. And it was like a disco vibe, flashing neon lights everywhere and the music was just blasting and you're just like go 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 go, and then you have the trainer in front of you that really encourage you to do it. Yes, I'm going back for more. My sister's arriving back on Friday and she's asked me to pick up from the airport. I've got to drive all the way to London, get my laser appointment, and then go and pick up the rascal. I was tempted to say no, I can't do it because I have my laser appointment, but then I'm like, oh, let me just be a good sister and go and pick up her air. I'm running so goddamn late. I need to take the dogs to my mum. I'm staying over my mum's over the next 2 days, so I'm stressing out a bit, and I've got a meeting at 9:40. Kill me now. We're going to go and get a patch test after. This is going to be exciting. I literally scrubbed my body raw this morning. I don't think all the tans come off, and hopefully she doesn't notice it, but if she doesn't allow me this patch test, I'll be pissed. I feel so sad. So yesterday I rocked up to my laser appointment and they refused the patch test. Basically, she gave a little alcohol wipe underneath the armpit and in the nunny, and there was residue of fake tan. Unfortunately, you can't sign the waiver form. You're gonna have to come back in a few weeks' time. I can't be waiting a few weeks. So somehow I managed to persuade the receptionist to book me an appointment for next week. Appointment that I have for this Friday has been cancelled and moved to the following Friday. Oh, this fucking lasering thing is a pain up the arsehole, I swear. We are going to make our way to work. I'm wearing a dress today. It's a bit brave to be wearing this in this weather condition. I've got dinner with the girls this evening, which is pretty exciting. We're gonna have Indian this evening at a place called Thuy, so I'm looking forward to it. I think it's near Shoreditch. But guess who snuck in the airport? I arrived just on time, but I'm slightly a bit early. And Guang's like, I'm gonna pay for your parking ticket, so take your time, chill, relax. Normally me, I'm like in and out. I don't want to be sitting around. That was a 17-hour flight. It was so long, and I gained so much weight on holiday. I was filming myself. I was like, why is my face so round? The food must have been amazing. I'm envious. Like 3 times a day. Welcome back to shitty UK. Back to the gym, and the New Year's resolution starts now. I'm actually leaving the house and going to meet my sister. We're going to go to gym for the very first time together. So she wanted me to show her around the gym, show her the equipment, how to do exercises, and I'm like, the blind leading the blind. I don't know whether this is a good idea, but out of all my siblings, apparently I'm the most knowledgeable one. So this is the best that they have. Beggars can't be choosers. The thing that's making me feel extra confident when at gym is the Gymshark pants. Imagine one day if your girl gets sponsored by Gymshark and they gift me some products. I'll be fucking ecstatic and over the moon. Gymshark, if you're out there, if you're listening, holla at your girl. My whole family, they go to the gym now. Yesterday, I tried this leg machine thing and I just barely done 10 kilo. And I just asked my sister, how much you do? She's like, 105? I was like, who does 105 kilos? I'll get my sister to be like my personal trainer basically. And she's come all the way over to my house, to my new gym that just opened. And she's like, wow, the weights are so fresh. One of my pet peeves is people don't fucking put their weights back where they're supposed to be. I'm like saying to Thuy 5 times now, you better put the weights back. Oh my God, I keep hearing this on her stories. I'm like, it's not that deep, girl. No, because trust me, when you go go into the gym, you just want to get shit done and leave. And when you're spending 10 minutes looking for the right weight to go onto the machine, it's a pain up your fucking asshole. I will literally shove the weight up your ass. Like, I'm training her from day one, guys. Gym manners. This is my baby. This helps the leg. We need to get the weights off first, girl. You cannot handle that amount. Yes, put it away. Training her, training her. Oh my God. You can probably see she's struggling. If you're single, girls, this is the time to ask for a man for help. Guan, where are you?
Guys, I found the right weight for me.
I'm teaching my sister how to do the Romanian deadlift. This is a staple when it comes to growing the booty. Look at that fat, juicy ass.
I keep forgetting how to do it. She keeps telling me so many times.
Keep your back straight, keep your legs straight, but only bend it slightly when you're going down. I don't know whether it's because it's the fat ass that looks like she's arching her back. This is a good view and a good angle right here. Quag's a lucky man.
I don't think I did do this, guys. I already got the ass.
I just came home from my laser appointment. I was not pleased with the lady that did my laser session. I've done the session twice before, and the two ladies that done it previously, they were very thorough. This one was literally like in and out within seconds. Wow. I feel like I was proper rushed. Normally they like look between the nooks and crannies and put the laser up there. Tempted to complain. I think I'm coming down with something. I feel like I've got the sniffles. My tummy's just been feeling extra sensitive in the last few days. I keep going to the toilet and I keep eating this dried apple, and even when I flush, frickin' apple floats. Healthy to go in my frickin' mouth. When it comes out of the butthole, it's not healthy for the toilet. I'm gonna meet my sister and both of us we're going to see Leah from Masters Aesthetics. It's been around about 2 weeks since I had my Botox done, and I just did a little checkup to see if everything's looking okay. I can still see a little bit of frown line, so she said that maybe I just need a little top up there. Because Botox is quite unpredictable, you need to go in and check up and see if it's hit the right muscles, and these muscles seem to be really strong, so she might need to add a little bit more there. And especially because I got the scar in the middle, I probably need a lot more Botox in there. Why is it that I'm an adult and I can't do adult things? I meal prepped last night and I did like a whole buffet of grilled chicken, and tell me why is the chicken burnt? I literally want to cry inside. There's this one guy that I thought he was cute for a long time, right? I don't know, there's just something about him. Every time I see him I think, oh, he's so cute. In my gym there's loads of cute guys. I'm like consistently distracted when it comes to the gym, and I see him like nearly enough every other morning as well, but we never talk, we just smile or just like hi. We've never ever conversed. I remember there was one time I approached him because I thought he was someone that I met before. I was going through a house valuation at my house. Do you know when you looked at each other and you just like, there was just like a little connection and longer look than what is normal? So he evaluated my house. He messaged me after on his private number, I would say, to catch up on what I thought the valuation was and whether I want to sell my house. And obviously he wants to make a commission, right? But then we start talking and, you know, a bit of flirting, and the conversation kept flowing, and every single day we was messaging each other, right? And I was getting into this dude because obviously when I saw him I thought he was really good looking. He thought I was cute. I was not in no makeup. I was just in my gym gear. Granted, the gym gear was a bit revealing, a bit figure hugging. Hey, I just came back from gym. We was messaging each other for like 2 weeks or something, and we was like started calling each other. So every time that he needs to be on a job and he's waiting to get inside the house to evaluate, he would call me and we would speak for hours. We would speak for like 2 or 3 hours. He had this like cheekiness about him. Like the banter was just there and we could talk for hours, and I just liked him. It never crossed my mind to ask the guy if he's got a girlfriend or not, because I'm assuming if you're calling me and you're speaking to me consistently and you're engaging with me, that means you're single. Why is it a shocker to me when I asked him, have you got a girlfriend? He said to me, yes. And he's been with his girlfriend for like 2 years and they're about to move in together. And I just recently found out that he's just had a kid along the way. So that's how the story ended. This is not what I'm looking for. Do you know, this is why you think guys are fucking sneaky. To cut the story short, this guy at my gym looks like him. They look so similar. Is it the same guy and he's just trying to ignore me and not say anything and pretend that we're strangers? One day he was like training next to me. So I came and I approached the gym. I'm like, do you work for this the location that came to evaluate my house? And he was like, oh no. And he told me a completely different job. And I'm like, okay, this is me and my disillusional. You know when you're gym crush, you're just like, oh, fucking ask me a question or something. He literally just answered my question and then left it as there. And I was just like, oh, okay, never mind. It was around about a week ago. I saw this guy added me on Instagram. His face just looked familiar. So I double tap on it to see his profile. And what, you know, it's the guy at the gym. You know, there's always a bad side to the story, right? Well, I don't know his age, but it says 23 on one of his profile lines. So I'm assuming that's his age. Or could it be 23 as in 2023? But who would add 2023 up top, right? 23. I think he has to be 23. So I'm like, fucking, that's out the window, like all my hopes and dreams. There's always a bittersweet moment to every story that I tell you guys, right? So my dream crush fantasy is out of the window. That was a long introduction for my little gym adventure.
Can you believe my sister's vlogging now for 2023? Today, guys, we're going to see Leah at Master Aesthetics. We are going to be getting our Botox top-up.
We've been with Leah for some time now. I think around about maybe 3 or 4 years.
Oh my god, yeah, we have, you know.
She is really amazing. I actually do recommend her. Guang has been having his rhinoplasty recently.
He's back there being a passenger. Normally, Grant's always the driver, and today he was like, I'm going to be the back seat.
Because they said they're going to drive to my house, and I'm like, yes, I don't have to drive. And then they want to jump in my car. I was like,
oh, this is your appointment, we're just tagging along.
What else might I do today? I need to just fucking edit. I said to myself that I'm not going to go out, and somehow every single weekend I've had plans.
What has life been like back on YouTube?
I struggle to create content. That's the one thing that I struggle with. But I've been loving like the feedback and everything. And it's so sad. You know when you hit like a certain number before your little break? And I was thinking getting back it'll be easy. I got loyal fans. The numbers have dropped like freaking to zero.
Well, that's what I tell her. She expects to take a whole year off YouTube. She expects to still have the same views as a year before. I'm like, it doesn't work like that, girl. Thank you for all the guys that are supporting me and continue to watch, and every single week putting a comment in there just to show that you appreciate me. You're rooting for me to continue on. How was your holiday? Any gossip that you want to show us? Oh my god, so I had a really, really good holiday. It was a very spontaneous, and it was the first time I've been on like a really big group holiday with my boyfriend as well. I've been on like a few girls' holidays. This was the first time that Ground was like coming on holiday. Quite like a scary thing. I can imagine that's quite nerve-wracking because you're the odd one out that brings your boyfriend. My eyes are rolling when the girls say, oh, my boyfriend's gonna tag along. That's me, I'm that girl. But how was the experience? Was it okay? No arguments? One of the things I have concern about is if I was to bring my man, what if we have an argument? We're making it public, all my friends and everyone knows. We did have an argument in front of everyone. Oh, you did? There was one argument. It was about... Awkward! It was about Burger King. Burger King? That's what you argue about after you've been together for like 14 years, guys. The arguments are about small, tiny things.
My God. Trying to force me to get on a motorbike.
Basically, what happened was, we was all so hungry, okay? It was pouring down in Bali with rain, but we were so hungry. Everyone was like, they didn't want to leave the villa, so we went on the little, you know, Uber Eats that they have over there. It's called Grab. And we ordered food. It was like an hour and a half and the food still hasn't arrived. And we checked the app and they cancelled our order. And we're like, fuck, we're so fucking hungry. It was like about 10 o'clock at this point. Do you know what? Me and Gran can go. It's only like a 10-minute drive down the road and then we'll bring back the food. So Gran's not driving. The cars out there, because it was so like much traffic and it was like raining and stuff like that, no cars was coming, right? So I was like, let's order. No cars was coming. I know it was coming. No cars were coming. Well, okay, let's not continue the argument here. The quickest way to get to the Burger King was to get on Uber motorbike. You know, out there they drive all like moped. They'll literally come in like a minute, right? I was like to Gran, let's just quickly jump on and go and get the food. And Gran didn't want to go on the moped. Why? What's his reason? Exactly, why? Because he didn't want to be hugging up on some guy.
They didn't want to be hugging up some guy. There was a safety issue as well.
Being on one of those.
A motorbike.
Yeah, the motorbike version.
In Bali.
In Vietnam. Same shit.
Vietnam's even worse.
The problem that I have with this is, this guy, he fucking has a motorbike himself, and why are you scared to get on someone else's back?
I'm driving.
And as an expert, they drive it for a living, yeah?
That's what I said! They go on this race day in and day out!
Let's go on the motorbike. I don't want to go on it.
Well, yeah, this is the argument. It wasn't that he's lazy, it's because he wanted to be extra and wait even longer for the car to arrive. Get on the bike, it's going to come in like 0.5 seconds. He just wanted to be really, really extra, and that just really annoyed me. But the food's only been like an hour and a half, it hasn't come yet. We're all really hungry. Really, in the end, it wasn't that big of a deal, guys. I should have just let it go. But I don't know why it really bothered me.
No helmet.
Well, don't they give you a helmet? Normally they have like a spare helmet.
It's a safety issue for me and Thuy. For me, I'll get on a bike. Getting Thuy on the bike as well. Like someone else, right? We're in a different country. The traffic in Bali is ridiculous.
Well, if there's traffic, you're not going to be travelling fast, are you? I love the thrill of the bike. Whenever I had the option, I always go on the moped when I was in Vietnam, but it's also cheaper as well. I was like, I'm not fucking hungry anymore. I stormed upstairs. In the end, the girls were the one who was like, okay, guys, we'll go get the food. Poor friends. The one who didn't want to go, guys, don't worry, don't argue, we'll go instead. And they went to go get the food. And now that I look back at it, I'm like, why did I have to make it a big deal? But at the time, it really annoyed me. Me and my ex-boyfriend, we've been together for like 5.5 years. Little baby things, we argue about nothing. Why didn't you wash the dishes? And then you know what we did? We go and smash up the dishes. The crazy one went to smash up the dishes.
That's toxic behaviour.
Are you gonna fucking replace that? That's more money coming out of our bank account.
And do you know what? I need to respect that as well. If that's what he doesn't want to do that, then he doesn't want to do that. But I don't know what it is about me. I like things done my way. And when you don't do things my way, I'm like, why? Why just be extra? Why just be difficult? But if you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it. But when I spoke to them, who's in the right, who's in the wrong? And they're like, they can see both sides. Yeah.
With me, because I always think like Thuy. Always on Thuy's side. That's why she likes to tell me her story.
The trip was really good, but I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if going away in January is a good idea because we had horrible weather. I just felt like a moany cow all the time going on my stories. Like, it's raining, it's so sad. But when you spend so much money to go on holiday, like, we spent thousands, guys, to go away. Especially living somewhere in the UK with like horrible weather. It's literally gloomy, grey, cloudy skies. Like, you just want to go and have a bit of sun, you know? So literally every country they went to, it just rained everywhere.
That the sun does make you more happy. It's the vitamin D.
Yeah, that's why everyone in Australia is so nice. I honestly feel like everyone in Australia was happy as Larry. They want to talk to you. You talk to them, they make conversation. Everyone's so kind out there. And like everyone just looks like they're in a happy mood.
You've been and travel all around the world. Does it ever tempt you to move abroad?
No, when we went to Sydney, I was like, okay, let me see, because quite a lot of people move from the UK over to Australia. Let me see what the lifestyle is like. The UK is just home. As much as like shitty weather and stuff like that, I can't imagine being so far. It's not even that I'm close to my family or anything. I hardly
Exactly, you hardly see us.
But I just like the idea of if anything happens, you guys are there. Imagine picking up and just moving abroad. I feel like you could.
No, I love the idea of it, but I'm shit scared of doing it. The thing is, I've got no ties, not like I've got a fucking amazing career or anything. But if I was in your shoes, where I had the flexibility to create content and do whatever I want anywhere around the world, that would have been like my dream goal, my dream job to do.
You would think that, oh, you could go anywhere, but when you go away, after a couple of weeks, yeah, you're just like, oh, I miss my home comforts, I miss being at home, I miss cooking my own food.
But then, if you have a home there, that will be your home. So you'll be doing all these activities.
Holiday home will be in the future pipeline, I'm sure. I don't think I could actually live abroad forever.
You know, the other day I went to a nail salon. They were speaking in Vietnamese and everything. Guy started speaking to me in English. You're Vietnamese, ain't you?
Oh, yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm Vietnamese. Do you understand any Vietnamnamese? And can you speak Vietnamese? I went in denial mode. I don't know why. I don't want them to know that I can speak Vietnamese. There's this awkward moment where they just ask you so many questions and I just want to sit there and not talk to you. And this is going to be my regular place to go. Yeah. They're always going to talk to me and I just want to do my nails, put on my headphone, listen to YouTube, and that is it. Don't fucking talk to me.
I think that's definitely because we was brought up in London, I think. In other countries, they're not like that. I'm exactly the same like you, but in other countries, I notice they're not like that.
Even when it comes to any sort of treatment, I don't want to talk to anyone. That's
hence why someone has no friends over here.
Yeah. I ask these questions, but get over your life, man, okay?
I actually was watching a TikTok the other day and it was talking about interesting ways to have conversations and how to be a good conversation teller. Being able to have a good conversation with someone is such a skill. Actually, when I was away in Australia, I met some of our friends' friends and we was like chatting all night. He basically moved over from the UK over to Australia and we was having like a really like deep chat. And he was like, you're really good at having conversations. Oh wow, thank you. I pride myself being able to talk.
That is a core skill that you have to really focus on and try and improve. It's a fundamental thing in life. You know, when you're in someone's presence, the conversations just flow. You don't feel like you have to make an effort. Those are the people that leave an impression behind.
Let me tell you what he told me. How he got to move to Australia was he was at his job in the UK and they had like a team outing. He basically just sat down anywhere. He just started talking to the woman that was next to him. He was just basically saying how one of his long-term goals is to go to Australia and maybe like move out there because he has family out there. And she was like, oh, that's so funny you say that because we're actually looking for people to transfer over from Australia. So if you're interested, email me. There's so many missed opportunity because of a lack of conversation. And I don't know why that quote really stuck with me. Just from him talking to the woman, he could have just like ignored the woman because she was like a lot older than him. But because he opened up, made conversation with her, he managed to get an amazing opportunity. Now he's moved there for 3 years and he's living his best life. Like his paycheck's gone up. They paid for him and his partner's moved, got him an apartment and stuff like that. It just goes to show for anyone out there that is shy, you want to talk but you're scared, you don't know what to say. This is something you really need to work on. You don't know who you're gonna meet, what opportunity you can get, and who you're gonna run into. You could be missing things by just not striking a conversation. So maybe Huong, you need to strike up that conversation with that nail tech person.
What are you gonna do for me? An extra nail set? You might have a holiday home in Vietnam for me in the future.
Exactly.
That story is so inspiring.
Yeah.
It really opens up your eyes to,
right,
as you said, opportunities that you may have missed.
I did ask him, I was like, what do you think makes me or someone
a good conversationist.
yeah, you have really good eye contact. And I think that's a really important thing, because I definitely notice, even when I talk to people, and sometimes people are looking away from me or looking down at the phone.
It just shows you're shy and you're not confident if you're looking away.
It could show that. It will also show that you're not interested. It also shows that you're not engaged, you're not listening to what I'm saying. He said that I actually listened. Like, throughout the trip, we was like traveling around Australia together. I would bring up things that he told me on like the first day. He was like, it's so funny. A lot of people will talk, but they actually don't listen.
It makes the person feel like they're heard and seen.
If you are one of those people that are not that confident in having conversations, especially talking to someone new, I would probably say that everyone feels like that. Even when I go to events, I kind of dread talking to new people. You just have to force yourself to just make conversation. The first thing to do is maybe compliment them. Oh, I like your jacket. Where'd you get that from? Did you come from far today? What you want to do is find a common ground. Go to the gym, you might talk to someone else that goes to the gym, and now you have something in common, and then you're like, oh, would you want to go for a drink sometime? Or, that's how you would start making friends. That's the one thing they really struggle with, especially with social media. Sometimes we get even more hermit crab, we just stay on our phones. Definitely, I noticed when I was on holiday, I really felt like, oh my god, my phone is like a whole world in itself. Like, I need to like exclude myself from the real world and just be buried on my phone. That is also not a good thing as well. You need to have a balance of both, where you actually live in the real world and meet new people.
This is such a 360 moment for me. This reminds me of a story that Thuy told. She was walking along the road and she see her friend in front of her. Okay, I'm gonna cross the road because I'm avoiding.
Especially when you probably look ugly.
Now I feel that if you was in that moment, you would actually want to engage with
I know, I didn't say that. Because obviously you don't talk to anyone. There's something wrong with me, or I don't know why. I don't really like stuff from my past. I always want to be like moving on. I don't really want to like linger about like the good old days. I don't know why. I'm just not like that type of person. Unless we actually wanted to meet up. But if I like bumped into a person that I wasn't really that close a friend.
You were friends with them for a reason in the
True,
first
but
place.
saying that, oh my god, I actually have this annoying, I need to get this off my chest. When I was in school, there was this girl, and we like kind of got on or whatever, but I felt she was a little bit of like a user or social climber kind of thing. And at the time I was like working at Mac, I wasn't even doing social media really at this point. She was just one of those really annoying clingy girls. Guys, this is the balance, okay? You want to be interested in someone, but you also don't want to lie too much. And I just felt like she was just like always really nosy. I haven't spoken to her for like years. I don't know what job she's in now, but she keeps messaging me on WhatsApp, she keeps DMing me on Instagram. Are you able just to promote this? And I'm like, you can't do that.
I mean, you don't have a strong friendship for you to ask a favour like that.
But you're bombarding my phone as well. And it's just like, oh, I already like shut it down quite.
I also have this annoying friend. We don't even communicate that often. Every single time she'll message me and she'll be like, oh, what's the gossip? You are not that close for me to gossip with you. We're having my chin done and my nose bridge and some Botox as well. Every time I come here, I'm like, what else can I nip, tuck and change? What are you having done?
I have decided to put a little bit of Botox in my nostrils and also right in here. Apparently it's meant to help your nose have a nice lift. You know, sometimes when you talk, when you like smile, it makes your nose droop down a little bit. A little bit of Botox in her nostrils, and now she's doing a little chinny chin. I feel like Huong has an obsession with a long pointy chin.
It's not the same looking from above.
I feel like you've got such a certain eye for it. There's something about getting your chin done that not a lot of people would think that they need their chin done, but it really does transform your face. It makes your jaw look completely different, it elongates your face, makes your face look less round. You guys know my sister's had a journey with her nose.
After 6 weeks, we're going to do your threads again. That scar's coming along nicely. You just want to get rid of it.
Big improvement.
So it's just maintenance.
Every time I go in the chair, I feel nervous, and then when I'm here, I'm like, oh no. It's like a walk in the park. A slight sting to it. But everything's bearable. As you guys can see, he's got a little bump on his nose. I'm going to transform that and make that a bit more straight. That is a transformation. Look how straight. No need for the surgeon's chair. It's all bandaged up. I'm going to leave this on for the whole evening. It's been a long time since me and my sister have been on camera. I was like saying to Guang, you're lucky that you hang around with us, right? Because you end up looking beautiful. The day after my little mini procedure, my face is still a bit swollen. I'm in love with my chin. We had some filler on the nose. Heighten the nose. I think I'm going to end the vlog here. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's vlog. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on all my other social media platforms, and I will see you guys next week. I love you guys.